Howdy friends, welcome to tasteofcan.com unboxing and a very detailed review of new Trent Gladius Air NT611GR. This is classified as a heavy-duty iPad Air case and seems like new Trent has been venturing into this segment for iPad Air cases. The case seems to be very well designed, but this also sounds like, you know, a first generation of the iPad Air cases by new Trent. So there are certainly some cons which you would see during the later course in the video, and there is an opportunity to basically improve. But keeping those aside, I think this definitely sounds like a very good competition in market for the price it has been targeted for. Within the box, it's pretty standard stuff. I mean, you have a promotional leaf, a quick instruction guide with the details on how to sort of, you know, use this case, and that's pretty much it. With respect to the case itself, I think new Trent again has done a good job in terms of designing the case. The cutouts are designed very well, and of course you have a leather strap at the back with the swivel stand, and the stand can be done 360 degrees rotation. You know, you will see later during the course, you know, I'll talk more about some of the cons with the stand and the grip. So the case basically has three pieces in total. The back is protected by a very thick rubber base, and with the feel of it, I think it would give you enough confidence that, you know, it can definitely save your iPad from severe drops. Outside that, I think something which may be worth noting is that the microphones and the speaker cutouts are absolutely open, which means that this is not a waterproof case. I'll repeat that this is not a waterproof case. It can certainly secure you from spills and those kind of damages, but you know, you can definitely not submerge it in the water. Another thing to note is that pretty much all the cutouts, including camera and the side buttons, are protected by the rubbers. So there's nothing open. Even the camera front and the back are protected through clear plastic, and the sides are protected through the rubber toppings on it. I think this is a very thoughtful design wherein you can, I think there is a provision to adjust your leather grip. There are basically two modes in it. I think, you know, you can go create your own custom should you want to, but at least you have two settings given to adjust the leather grip. So once you assemble it, definitely it feels very robust. You know, of course I've not done any drop test, but just with the feel of the case itself, it definitely feels very good. Another thing I think to note is that these buttons, you know, after the case, you don't lose the feel of the buttons. I think there is you know, a backside you know, cushion built into the buttons, and that gives you actually real feel of the buttons even after the case. There is enough spacing done in the cutouts. I mean, so should you have like, you know, a plug-in headphone or a power, I mean, there is definitely enough space in there. So quick summary of the pros. I think the design is very robust and the cutouts are perfect. The buttons do feel real like buttons, you know, even after the case. You do have 360 degree rotation, and of course, you know, you are getting as an add-on a leather strap. Having said that, there are definitely some cons which you may want to be aware of before you make a purchase. Specifically pull up and pull down menus, and you know, in between that pull up, as you may see in the portrait mode, is very tricky to, you know, bring it up. However, I think relatively I found that as a workaround that in the landscape mode it is relatively easier. So sometimes it does work, sometimes it's kind of, you know, very painful. I mean, it's annoying if you have a very heavy use of it, like we do for a lot of airplay, and you know, certainly you have to get to the workaround stage. Another annoying feature is that if you put the case you know, face down, the home button is a little bit surfaced up, and as you may see that with even a very gentle push, and I'm actually not even, you know, hardly pushing it, the home button gets pressed and, you know, puts the iPad into the Siri mode. Another thing you may want to note is about that these rotation is a little bit hard to do, and I'll talk a little more about it towards the end of the video. With respect to the operation, I mean, there is absolutely no issue with respect to these touch gestures, and even using the camera, be it a front or the rear camera. The cutouts are designed very well. There is absolutely no problem with focusing or using the camera itself. The case do feel a little heavy once you have it on, but I guess that's good because you're probably looking for a robust case, and that would require a little bit of a weight to have it on. So here goes about the another con which I was talking earlier is there is no proper grip to actually rotate the stand, so you have to either use a leather grip or open the stand itself and then hold it to basically turn, which is not very friendly. And secondly, I think this is very hard to open the stand. Of course, my son cannot operate this all by himself, so he has to come back and take my help. So these are certainly some cons, being the first generation for iPad Air cases by new Trent, and hoping that new Trent would be hearing to these concerns and probably improve them in the next generation. I hope this video has given you enough to what you were looking for, so thanks for watching.